welcome to the first ever BeautyTech at CES. My name's Jill Gilbert, and me along with Living in Digital Times are bringing BeautyTech this year and BabyTech to CES, so we're really excited to have you. The focus of BeautyTech for us this year was making sure that we brought you some really interesting cutting-edge technologies to not only make us healthier, but to make us prettier. One of the things that we were really most excited about was that Marie Claire joined us as a media partner, to help us promote. And they've already even done a great spread on highlights from CES that you're going to see on the floor. Some of them are already some of the exhibitors here, so please check everything out. So the sessions that we have scheduled, we have 3 different sessions. We want to make sure that we brought you some really eye-opening, not just introductory topics, but topics that will cover everything from from the business of beauty to high-tech makeovers, how sensors and things are being integrated into different products. So really, really excited about that. The first one that we have right now is called High-Tech Beauty Makeovers, which, guess what we're talking about? We're talking about high-tech beauty makeovers. So I want to introduce you to Jenna Blaha, who is going to be moderating this session. I'm going to read you a little bit from her bio. As the first tech editor in a women's lifestyle magazine, Jenna is the founding editor of the Tech Trends page at Marie Claire magazine. She oversees the tech content for print, digital, and social media platforms. She is at the nexus of fashion and technology, she really is, and a thought leader in how these industries come together. One of her many achievements include being one of the first in the fashion industry to bring tech to the fold of coverage.
So I have a rock star panel with me. I'm so excited. These are the industry innovators when it comes to high-tech beauty. We have Andrea from Iluminage, Stacey from Glow, Jennifer from ModiFace, and Stanislas from Wired Beauty. Thank you so much for joining me. I think the best way to start off, because we all do so many different things, is just to hear from each of you so we have some context for the discussion. Andrea, you mind starting?
Sure. Hi, everybody. Well, my mic is working.
Your mic is working.
I'm Andrea DiNunziio, and I'm with Iluminage Beauty. And Iluminage Beauty is a really amazing company. We are jointly owned by Unilever and Syneron Medical, which has been making devices for dermatologist office for many, many years. And backed by 2 powerhouse R&D departments, we have 2 brands. The one that's featured here today is the Iluminage brand, and we also have another brand called Me. The Iluminage is a top-tier, more premium brand, and the Me brand has equally fantastic technology, but is available in the mass market.
Hi, is my mic working? No. My mic? Thank you. This mic is the mic to use. Okay, my name is Stacey Levine, and I am the co-founder of a new company, not backed by a big brand like Unilever, but my husband and I started Glow Science. It's a teeth whitening oral care innovation, essentially to make more people smile. No joke, the power of the smile is so incredibly important that I just don't think many of you realize it. Until you get a technology that really works and addresses the health and the beauty and the aesthetics of a smile. So today I'm really excited to be able to share with you what we've done, how we've done it, and what's really important to us. So thank you for being here, and thank you for including me.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jennifer Tidy. I'm here on behalf of ModiFace. ModiFace is an augmented reality technology provider. So we create customized applications for simulating beauty products on a user's image or in a real-time video of themselves. And this covers anything from color cosmetics, hair care, skin care, and anti-aging. So instantly you can see the results of a certain product on your own image before purchasing.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. So I'm Stanislas Vandier. I'm a co-founder of a French-based, Paris-based startup. The startup is called Wired Beauty. And our mission is to provide the consumer with the information about what one's skin, one hair really needs. The first option we have been developed is based on innovative skin moisture bioimpedance sensors, and it is called MAPO. Elena will show you in 2 seconds what MAPO is so that you've got it in your mind. MAPO is a mask, she did it fantastically well, much better than I would have done it. So, and Elena is showing you MAPO very quickly, and that's what we are doing in Paris, innovating in the field of beauty.
Thank you so much for sharing, and I'm sorry about the mic situation. We'll try to make it as quick of a transfer as possible. I just want to start with some of the heavy-hitting questions because I feel like we're all excited about what's happening in technology and beauty. Jennifer, I'm going to hand it back over to you because I really want to talk about augmented reality. It is such a hot topic, and I think that what you've been able to do by merging beauty and augmented reality is really changing the game. So can you tell me about how ModiFace started and how the two came together?
So ModiFace was first formed in 2007, and it's an interesting story because we didn't set our minds on being a beauty-related augmented reality provider. Actually, back before we started, we were doing lip tracking and facial recognition for the defense. There were several different papers and articles written about us by our and about our CEO, who is the founder, Dr. Parmarabi, about his lip tracking capabilities. And Allergan, who is our first client, had approached him and asked, you know, using your technology, is this something that you can do to simulate a product on your face? If you know where the face is, can't you manipulate it? He said, why not? I'll give it a shot. I don't really know the first thing about it, but after acquiring some of their clinical claims, the product data, we studied it, we tweaked the technology to suit the needs of what Botox and Juvederm could do on someone's image. And that was really what inspired ModiFace. And from there, we rolled out into the color cosmetic space, anti-aging, teeth whitening, skincare, nails, hair, you name it. So anything beauty related, we now cover. So from where we began to where we are, it always has been about the merging of augmented reality and beauty. It's been an interesting ride.
How do you also see augmented reality changing the consumers' lives?
Well, let me tell you. I think augmented reality is so prominent in everybody's life these days. Everybody has a mobile device, everybody has a tablet. We're so digitally connected, and the consumer is so digitally savvy that being present in a digital space is very important for your brands. But I see it enhancing women's lives in numerous ways. One being people like to shop from the comfort of their own home. So being able to try a product on, let's say on your mobile device or if you're online shopping before purchasing, gives them a little bit more assurance that what they're buying will be right for them. So there's that enhancement, a little safety, but it's also a personalization of the products being tried on as well. So whether we're recognizing what your skin tone is so we can be able to provide the right foundation shade for you digitally rather than having to go into a store and talk to a sales rep. Is another way that this is really enhancing women's lives. It's just making it simpler, more easy, and a little bit of fun for a shopping experience.
Well, and I have to say I have personal experience. When I first downloaded the app, I tried on everything from like orange hair to like a purple lip that actually did not look as bad as I thought it would. And I think that there's such a powerful way of looking at the trying on process and the point of discovery, because you're, like you said, at home, the privacy of your home screen, and you can try on things very easily, not at a tester, where everybody's watching you and seeing that pink lip go on. So how does that affect the sort of try on experience and also sales?
Well, it's interesting that you say that the point of the technology is to allow any product to be tried on by someone. You're not necessarily going to dye your hair pink, but why don't you try it without that fear of you're stuck with pink hair for months. Try that orange lipstick. Try something unique that you would never do otherwise. So allowing people to try any product on, making it fun, but also the recommendation process of what our technology can do. So, by scanning your skin tone, we can recommend certain products so people want to try that on. Based on your hair color and your eye color, we could recommend certain looks for you. So it kind of just makes people want to try more things on. Again, it's kind of that personalization piece. And in terms of sales, because we do create these applications for beauty brands, what we've seen from some of their results is quite promising. We've gathered quite a bit of data and have analyzed it, and the numbers are very good, but we're working on a study right now, so I can't really share that, but in a month we're going to be publishing something, so there will be more to speak to on that soon.
That's amazing. I think there's so much power at working. No? Pass it back up. I have one more question for you. You have so much information that you're gathering. What do you do with all of that data? Because you can see what people are trying on and maybe not purchasing, and you can also see what people are purchasing, and there's just so many ways to use that. How are you using it?
There's definitely a lot of data to be gathered from the usage of the applications that we have, and we analyze it. It can be used to improve the experience, to learn how to create something new, a new technology. Maybe there's something that users want that we need to get a piece of our product out there for them. But actually, we recently published a study, and I wrote an article for CEW just the other month about skin tone detection. We used 360,000 users and 1.6 million images to acquire all the skin tone technology. So now we're able to detect and accurately recommend products based on that. So this to date is one of the largest studies published about that. So that's one item that we've done with some of the data, and there's so many other things that can be done.
It's so incredible how the industry has changed, and the way that we're seeing it impact the world we live in. And I want to talk to you about this, Andrea, because Iluminage has been a pioneer in the industry. So I'm sure you've seen it evolve quite a bit. How have you seen it evolve recently?
The industry has evolved tremendously over the last few years, and we were talking about this yesterday. When you think about how women treat their skin or their bodies, it started with cleansing, then people started using moisturizers, and then the idea of using layering products and serums was incorporated into their regimens, and technology was just the most obvious next place to go. And particularly as women started going to dermatologists to have procedures, the democratization of the beauty process for women is something that was just needed to happen. And I think that what Iluminage has been able to do to allow women to have permanent hair removal at home in a way that's painless and private and simple, in addition to anti-aging products that alternatively they would have had to go to a dermatologist's office, which may have been out of their price range, or just who has time these days? People just don't have time to make those appointments and even do the most basic things. So bringing advanced technology like what we have at Iluminage for hair removal with a combination of IPL plus RF that allows all skin tones, which is amazing, all skin tones and the lightest hair colors, even blondes, to remove the hair at home permanently is, I like to think of it, I've been in beauty almost 20 years. I think it is doing a service to women to give them those options to make those decisions and have it done at home. And the same thing is true for anti-aging. When a woman thinks her only option is to potentially do Botox to remove lines and wrinkles, and we can put something in their hands that they can do again in the privacy of their home on their own time and not spend the money that they would have to by going to the dermatologist's office, I think we're really doing a service, and it's 100% the direction of beauty and the industry. Women are demanding better results, better technology, and they want it at home.
You mentioned one of the products that you have. Is that the one that does best for you? I'm very curious about what the consumer wants right now.
Our number one selling product is our hair removal product. And for a couple of reasons. It's completely painless. And I think most of the women out there know that if you have friends who've gone to the laser hair removal spas, the one thing that everyone always says is, oh my God, that hurts so much. And we're able to bring absolutely painless technology to them at home. And also, we're able to service the lightest skin tones to the darkest skin tones and all hair colors. So it's pretty remarkable. And that technology originated, and I had said this at the beginning, but this technology originated in the dermatologist's office. We are taking the exact same technology, dialing it down so that it's safe for at-home use, and giving it to women in their home. But with that said, the future of Iluminage is really moving in and expanding in anti-aging. Women are getting fatigued by creams and lotions. I mean, everybody has a million creams and lotions in their bathrooms, and women want more. So we're working actively on creating more devices that improve skin tone, skin texture, firmness, line and wrinkle reduction, and we have some amazing introductions coming out this year.
There is such a trend with at-home beauty solutions that we're generally thought to be a professional sort of landscape. So I'm really excited about that. And Stacey, you can speak to this too, because you also have an at-home solution. How do you see it impacting your customers' lives and the people that have been transformed from teeth whitening?
Thank you. An at-home teeth whitening technology that truly delivers results without the pain is what everybody kind of desires. Is there anybody in this room that doesn't want to have whiter teeth? Raise your hand. Nobody. So the reality is that there's a tremendous need for a technology that delivers results in the comfort of your own home without any pain, knowing that you're doing it safely. So what we did was we took a technology that we patented. It's called guided light optic technology. So this is the device. It's super chic and cool, and it's by design that it's chic and cool because you will like it better if it's this kind of design rather than something big and klutzy and cumbersome. So what it does is we've patented this technology which takes heat and light in a closed system mouthpiece to activate a whitening gel. The exciting thing about this is that there causes no sensitivity. It's very easy to use. And again, you use it in the comfort of your home. But it started in a dental practice. That's where it was tested, and that's where all the clinical studies came out of, where many research divisions and departments. So the exciting thing for us is that we now have launched this same technology. We're still very small. We're just starting. We're just 4 years old, and we've made every mistake in the book that you can imagine. But we're correcting those mistakes. Our technology won 3 Thomas Edison Awards. We have our clinicals and our patents. And now we're looking to change America's way of thinking about their smile by making sure that your smile is healthy, not just beautiful, but healthy. So we will have formulations that we'll use with this same guided light optic technology that is actually going to cut inflammation in the mouth. So that's what we're really looking forward to sharing in 2016. But in the meantime, just to get many, many more people to seriously smile and realize the importance between their smile health and their overall health.
It really is the Apple of teeth whitening. I was like, is that an iPad that you have? So I have to tell you though, like Stacey's company is amazing because not only do you feel really great when you have whiter teeth, but also the company itself does a lot of work, a lot of charity work, a lot of giving back. So I read an article in the New York Post a few weeks back, page 6, about what you did in Eleuthera with Lenny Kravitz, and it's just too good not to share. Can you tell us about what you did there?
So when we first started the company, we decided we were going to have a foundation. And the foundation was going to give people that don't have access to oral care or dental care access and give them the ability to smile. Like we all deserve, so does everybody. So we started the Glow Good Foundation. And little by little, you know, we grew it as we were building and growing our own brand. And just recently, we went with our friend Lenny Kravitz to the Bahamas, to Eleuthera, and we took care of like 250 patients who literally You know, if you ever thought that your smile wasn't as important, like just think, like if you can't chew, if you can't smile, if you can't laugh, if you can't sing, it's because there's something wrong with your mouth. So we were able to take people out of pain. We were able to give people new smiles. We had a whole bunch of young girls and guys whitening, and it was amazing. But what happened is the country, the head of the country found out, like, what is this excitement? They thought we were giving away something in the town. Little did they know that we were just helping people with their smiles. And they came and they rushed there and they tried to shut us down. So there was Lenny Kravitz with his hand in somebody's mouth with my husband and I and our 27 people that we brought with us. Like, what? How could you do this? We're just doing good. And P.S., I mean, luckily it was the last day, but it was quite funny because it was like being snapshotted all over the place. And they did shut us down ultimately, but we're going back. We'll be back in March, and we're going to take care of another 250 people. So our goal really through technology is to provide really good innovation that does change the way people think about their smile, feel about their smile, and your beauty and your health should begin in smile. So that's what we did.
Well, I have to say with technology, like not only are you able to give people the opportunity to take care of their own teeth, but you're also educating people for the long term. How have you seen technology help in that sort of educational process?
Yes, education is a tremendous critical component. I think in all of our innovations, I mean, you need to teach people what they need to know. And because of technology and because of the internet and because of apps, which we're all collectively collaborating and doing together, you're really able to teach people what they need to know. So if 50% of the population has some form of gum disease, and gum disease is correlated to heart disease and short-term memory loss and low-term weight-term babies. How are we going to teach people to pay better attention to it? So through technology and through our education platform and program, that's how we're able to do it. And through Glow Good, it's a tremendous way to affect the world globally.
Lots of exciting stuff, I love it. And speaking of exciting, I'm so excited to talk to Stanislas about 3D printing because that's another huge topic right now. How have you been able to integrate 3D printing into what it is that you do?
Thank you. Actually, we came to 3D printing for two reasons. The first one is that we believe, I think we all share this amongst others, that what's happening in the digital world, in the digital beauty world, is that it will allow a change of our beauty routines a lot, and that the skin should not be considered in terms of research as the skin, but as your skin, and as a very not homogeneous space, but as a very heterogeneous space with differences in different parts of your face, of your body, and we thought, how can you approach these different parts? That's the reason why the product that we have launched is called Mapo, for mapping, to allow a perfect mapping of your face. And we therefore envisage 3D, first of all, as a way to collect the face of the people at a very individual level. And after that, we said, okay, we have this data. What can we do with it? And what is the technology which will allow us to deliver the best solution to the consumer? And the best solution, we thought that in the world of IoT, it's not only to capture data, but as well to be able to deliver a change, an evolution, a positive evolution from home, like we've said. And for that, we added to Mapo a boost function. And we said, okay, now that we know what we want to do, what the market needs, the best industrial process that we have to deliver the product is 3D printing. because the way the technology evolves allows step by step, first of all, to have different kind of material. We work on medical silicone, 3D printed, and which makes a perfect fit of your face. So today, 3D is for us first a way to capture the right information about the specifics of the skin, be it in Europe, in the US, or in Asia, where you don't have the same mapping and the same shapes. And second of all, it allows us to deliver the right solution in semi-industrial and industrial process to deliver Mapo to various kind of consumers and to have, and then I stop, but it's very important. When you want to capture the data, the sensor needs to be very close to the skin. So the sensor needs to be fixed during a short period, less than 1 minute, but at this very specific space. And the perfect matching of the skin is allowed through 3D printing.
Thank you all for helping out. I'm really excited because you're a fairly new company, fresh, starting doing things that we haven't seen yet. How have you seen the industry start to open up to new pioneers, new players to the market?
Yeah, we think we are in the middle of a fantastic period altogether. The way we worked around Wired Beauty is to analyze the market with a value chain approach. So that from the origin of the ingredients, so beauty products ingredients, to the retail, like you mentioned early on. And we think that digital allows new players like we are to enter the market at different places with a use of the data which allows the consumer to be in the middle of this new value chain. So I think what we have in common in what we've said is that the consumer is always at the center from home of our businesses. And I think that new players have got a fantastic opportunities either to go directly to the consumers or to work with big brands, but to really help innovation. And that's what makes us wake up every day, is to boost the innovation in the industry. And that's where we think we have a fantastic opportunity. We're a new business. We started about our vision 3 years ago. We started with R&D 2 years ago. But really, we think we've got a fantastic time ahead. And collaborative partnerships are really important, we believe, to be stronger with small units together.
Well, I think that with offering a lot of at-home solutions, there's this worry in the professional field that you're sort of wiping out the need for them in some way. I mean, is that true, or are you working with the professionals? How does that work, and how does this affect sort of that area instead of just the consumer?
So first of all, no one knows. I think it's going to change rapidly. What we've done is we've bumped, luckily, into people who had the same vision as we have. And dermatologists, especially, pharmacists as well, people in the retail of pharmacies. We bumped into these expert people, and with a state of mind that the industry was going to change. So we carry on working with these people, both on the vision of the solution that can be delivered, but as well, and we've got a program which will be started in the coming weeks with one big hospital in France about skin cancer and how IoT 2.0 can help both the professional dermatologist and the patient avoid having a second skin cancer, actually. So we're working on, that's not Mapo, that's another device, but with innovative sensors as well. And we think that, like in all disruption of an industry, there will be a new ways to work with the same people, but we'll just have a different state of mind, and that together with these people, we will open new ways. Once again, very importantly, in the interest of what the consumer can see and feel and change in their lives from their home.
I want to open it up and ask you all sort of this question, because I feel like when we're dealing with high tech, there still needs to be a balance. How do we make sense of high tech for the consumer? What's the balance between high tech and sort of utility? So how do you find that balance? Can anything ever be too high tech for the consumer?
I do think it's an important balance. I think it's a combination of making devices that the consumer wants to use. So you had mentioned design. You know, it's our goal every day when we're working on new products to make sure the device looks really good, that a woman or a man would want this to be in their home, in their bathroom, and that they would enjoy using it. So making it a pleasurable experience is an important part of the design process. And then we're constantly balancing efficacy and consumer experience, because there is a certain amount of pain with some of the treatments that consumers are willing to tolerate at home, and pain that they won't, and efficacy that they demand. So we're constantly working with our R&D team and doing consumer testing and making sure we do the clinicals so that the experience the consumer has is comfortable and they still see measurable results.
Stacey, I see you shaking your head. Do you agree?
Yes, I mean, I completely agree. I think the common theme, no doubt, in particularly in beauty and or healthcare, is to make it intuitive, not make it too complicated, and truthfully to be authentic. In our company, if the innovation isn't going to be 10x to something else, we're not going to do it. We're not going to just create a new product just to be a me too. And I think it's really that level of deep commitment. You might grow a little bit slower, but at the end of the day, you're going to deliver a technology and a product to the consumer that they truly need, you know, and if they don't know they need it, you're going to be able to figure out a way to show them the benefits of that technology. So the commitment to the design and the need, and just not to be a me too, I think is really critical.
Jennifer, was there like a learning curve as well for you when users initially got in? Did you see like there had to be this balance of, you know, user-friendly but still using all that high-tech platform that you're on?
Yeah, it's definitely key to make it user-friendly. I think in the line of applications, I've seen quite a few different versions that are too complicated. It's too confusing for someone to get from A to B. And so the consumer is not getting what they want out of it, and the person who's created the application or is trying to touch to the consumers through it, they're losing them. So what's a really important piece with that is just to keep it very simple and very easy. Beauty should be a fun and experience and not something that's complicated and too difficult to attain. And which is something that we try to do with our applications, making it from A to B as simple as possible, and that's really all there is to it.
Love to hear from you on this too, because I feel like when I first saw that mask, I was like, what is this and why do I need it?
Yeah. First of all, we've been working with a couple of designers. The guy is French and his wife, they're working together, is Japanese. And we bumped into, we decided to work with them because she was Japanese. Obviously, mask is a very strong ritual in Asia, even stronger than with the Western world. So she quickly understood what the challenge was to bring what's already kind of big in Asia and to bring it in the Western world, and at the same time to bring an innovation to Asia. So we worked with them because they really understood what we wanted to do. At the same time, they stretched us in terms of not inventing, definitely for us, a new device, but to try to integrate a solution into an existing ritual, which was a mask which is either a weekly routine in our part of the world, or a daily, or several times a week in Asia. So they were very important for us for all these kind of reasons. And the last point, I think, which is important, is that design and designers help us as well go further in terms of technical creativity. And they, in our case, for example, they help us, stretch us to find innovative solutions that we can then patent, and which will help us be for a longer time with innovative solutions on our market. And that's really important. I mean, I was very happy to see that they can stretch us in this direction as well.
Well, as we start to wind down, I know some of us touched on this a little bit, but I really want to know what's next for each of you and where you would like to see beauty and tech go in the future. You want to start, Stanislas?
Where do we want to see beauty and tech in the future?
And where are you going in the future? What's next for you?
Yeah. For us, I mean, our real challenge is to open the labs. So I think if we manage to open the labs and to open the labs to the consumer, I think we will have reached our mission, and we will really feed innovation, and that's one of our drivers on top of working on a daily basis to with fantastic new technologies.
Jennifer?
What's next? Is this working? Yeah, there we go. Almost anything. So we're always innovating and coming up with something new. We're trying to follow the trends of the brands and be, 2 steps ahead of any other technology provider. But what our real focus is right now is kind of mirrors. So everybody looks in a mirror every day. You're going to check yourself out at least once. So why don't we enhance that and add more to it? You look at a mirror, you get to see some product recommendations, you see the weather, you see the time, you see all these other personalized features with you. So that's one big thing that we're working on, as well as just kind of attaining a little bit more of the beauty space as well. We work with about 60% of the beauty space in some capacity. They're using our technology. And we just want to keep growing that, keep expanding, keeping up with the technology, being ahead of the game, and it's kind of exciting to keep it that way.
It's so exciting.
I think that the idea of being able to visualize, what you can't normally see is really a tremendous opportunity. And for us in the dental world, being able to see what you could look like with a whiter smile, most people don't realize that they could probably use their teeth whiter, or, and until you're shown that, you may not know what you need or what the possibilities are. So for us, integrating that kind of technology into all beauty tools and technology, and working together collaboratively, I think is really where the opportunity is, because at the end of the day, it's the consumer that really needs education. So for us at Glow Science, we want to really own smile health. We want to own teeth whitening, and we want to own a healthy mouth. And I really believe through our distribution channel of selling to dentists, merging the professional with the consumer product, I really think will enable us to get closer to more people being healthier, having less inflammation, and being able to smile more. So that's really our goal.
We spent a lot of time talking to the consumer, and as we work on our product portfolio and our vision for the next 2 to 3 years, we've been listening very closely to her. What does she want? What does she need? What's missing from her regimen today? Is there a point of dissatisfaction? And then how can we service her? How can we bring the best technology to her in her home at a price that's accessible? So one of the things that we've done for 2016 and 2017 is take the best technology we can get our hands on, put it in really beautiful devices, and push really hard on our cost of goods so that those price points the consumer sees at retail are accessible. We want everyone to be able to afford this kind of technology at home. And I think we're doing a pretty good job. We have a lot of work to do, but I think we're doing a really nice job of it. And I actually wanted to show you guys, this is a prototype for a product that we're coming out with at the end of 2016. It was handed to me today, so this is the first time I'm seeing the really beautiful prototype, and we're calling it the Youth Activator. And this is a combination of red light, infrared, and radio frequency technology that a woman can use again at home in a really beautiful petite format that will be also very, very accessibly priced.
I think I need one of everything here. I'm going to see you all after. We're running out of time, but if anybody has any questions or want to continue the conversation, everybody is exhibiting, so come feel free to find us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.